Hello and welcome back to another video, and in this one, this is gonna be like completely different than what I usually do. This video should be a lot more relaxed, I think, and it's mainly gonna be me talking. And if you couldn't tell from the title, I'm making a tier list based on how much I like a brawler. So with this video, you can see why I do or do not like certain brawlers. And there's some brawlers that I have really weird opinions on, apparently, because like certain brawlers a lot of people like that I absolutely hate. So there's gonna be a lot of hot takes in this video, and yeah, and also since this video isn't exactly a normal video on my channel, and I know not everyone really loves this type of video, I'm gonna have a gameplay video coming out sooner than usual. So with that being said, let's get into it. And also, I don't want to spend 3 minutes per brawler because this video would turn out absurdly long, so we're gonna keep it a bit short per brawler. And the tiers are pretty obvious, you know, best is like my favorite brawlers, and then S, A, B, C, whatever. I think I have too many tiers, but it could make for better visuals, I guess. So it's literally formed of how much I like the brawler. Best is best and F is I don't like them at all. Starting with 8-bit because we're going in order. Okay, before his new gadget, he would probably be like an E because he's just super boring. But with the new gadget, I can enjoy playing him a lot more, but I didn't really mind playing against him no matter what. So now with the new gadget, since he can be fun to play, I'm just gonna put him in C because I don't really care very much. Amber is a really weird one because when she first came out, or like basically always, I feel like her attacks are really inconsistent for some reason. Like it feels super delayed, and so I don't play her very much. If it didn't feel like that, then I would definitely play her a lot more. But at the same time, going against her is kind of annoying because she just holds her attack on you the whole time. So I don't know. I'm just gonna put her in C as well. Like I don't not like her. It's just that I don't like playing as her, and playing against her is meh, but I don't really dislike it very much. Barley, he's a thrower, but he's not that bad. I'm gonna put him in B. There's a lot of people in the middle, but I can't control the order here. Barley is kind of a weird one because, well, one main reason why I like him is because he's an OG brawler, and I'll probably put a lot of the OG brawlers, if not all of them, near the top because they're just OG brawlers, and that makes me like them more. So Barley being one of those, even though I don't play him very much, I don't really mind playing against him very much, and unless he's behind a wall camping and sitting there doing nothing but throwing, not even moving, that's annoying. But that is worse with other brawlers, which we're gonna get to later. So Barley's B, he's pretty cool. And B used to be an F. Like, I used to absolutely hate fighting B because if you're playing as anybody who can't get up to her, she can infinitely slow you, and that is probably the most annoying thing. And then if you're not one of those brawlers, you're most likely really squishy, and she one-shots a lot of the squishy brawlers. So I used to hate her a lot. Now it's kind of not as bad, so I'm gonna put it at D. A lot of people might actually be surprised by that one. But speaking of a brawler that I really don't like, BB, F, forever. I liked her when she first came out because she was fun to play, and she's still pretty fun to play, but she's fun to play because she's broken, dude. And one thing that makes me really not like her is that a lot of my mains in this game are really squishy, and she two-shots them. She two-shots like every brawler that I play, and she's also like the fastest brawler in the game, so you can't really get away from her very easily. And then you also get put in hit stun after she hits you with her knockback, so basically she hits you once and you're dead, which I don't like at all. So yeah, that's why I don't really like BB. Plus she has a gadget and the star power. If she wants to, she can become super tanky, which I also don't really like, dude. BB is just something else. Bo, okay, it's another OG brawler, but I'm gonna put him at D. I don't really know why, but Bo has always felt like super janky to me. Like, just shooting his shots feel really weird, and he's never been a brawler that's like super fun to play. Like, I don't know anybody whose favorite brawler is Bo. Do you guys know anybody whose favorite brawler is Bo? I'd probably not. If your favorite brawler is Bo, then tell me in the comment section, but it's probably rare because he's super basic, but his attacks just feel weird. Anyways, moving on, Brock. That's gonna be an easy A tier. It could be S. I'm gonna put it at S. Brock is just an overall fun brawler. Like, it's fun to play because you gotta hit your shots. His super is inconsistent sometimes, which I've never really loved his super, but it's not that bad. And he has really good gadgets. Sometimes annoying to go against the jump gadget, but it's fine. And Bull, I'm gonna put him at A. Even though like I don't really love playing as him, he's kind of fun when you use the, I guess, like good strategy, because sometimes just weaving around trying to get up to people can be fun, and then running in with your super. I really do like his other gadget where he can stop his momentum. I think that's something that makes him a lot more fun. But overall, you know, OG, plus he's kind of fun to play, not really that annoying to go against, especially if you bush check, which he should be doing. I think he's pretty good. And Byron, I really liked him when he first came out, but with a lot of new brawlers after they first come out, their mechanics are like really complex to the point where they just become annoying because like Byron can hit you with his poison and it basically two-shots you. So I'm gonna put him at C. It could be lower, could be higher. I mean, he's fun to play as, but he's really strong. So that combined with the fact that I don't play him very much, I'm just gonna keep him at C. And Carl, I'm gonna put at E. He used to be one of my favorite brawlers in the game, but now I don't play him very much, and he's also really annoying to go against. So that, you know, that combination doesn't turn out very good. I don't really know what it is. Like, he's not even the most annoying brawler in the world, but when he can just combo you, it doesn't feel very good to get hit by it, you know? And, well, you know what? I'm gonna move him up because, his range got a nerf, and that was a main thing that I really did not like, but they changed. I'm gonna put him at C. They nerfed his range. That was the one thing that I really did not like about him. So, you know what? It's actually better. I have not been annoyed by him very much recently. And Colette, another one at E. Main reason is I'm gonna keep this one simple. She can two-tap you, and that's about it. And that's all she can really do. Like, if she doesn't two-tap you, she does nothing, but most of the time she two-taps you. And Colonel Ruffs, as of now, I'm gonna put him at S or even best. I don't know. I might save best for the ones who I've like had as my favorites for the longest time, but Colonel Ruffs is definitely, as of now, this could change later if he becomes super annoying to fight, but as of now, he's fun to play, isn't that annoying to go against, and getting your team fed with supers is really fun. So that's why he's at S. I don't know, overall pretty good brawler so far. Colt, that's gonna be another S. His new gadget was annoying to go against, but it was also really fun to play as. He's an OG brawler, and overall skill shots, everything like that, he's fun to play, and it feels rewarding when you decimate the entire lobby. And for the first best in the entire video, my boy Crow. Like, this is a given. It's my profile picture. It's been my profile picture on this channel for like years. So yeah, that one's obviously given, and I'll say a couple of reasons pretty quickly. First reason is I got him a few months after the game came out in beta. I was opening boxes and I randomly pulled the rarest brawler in the entire game, and at the time it was Crow and Spike as the only two legendaries, and barely anybody had him. So I got him really early, and that was one thing that made me like him a lot. But then he was also my first brawler to 500 trophies, which back then was insanely hard. It was way harder than it is now. Trust me, it was way harder. So that felt great as well. I spent an entire night grinding out, and then I finally got it, and it felt great. And overall, he's really fun to play. Besides the fact that he's super squishy, that gets annoying a lot because a lot of brawlers are getting a ton of like damage buffs, and he's not getting a health buff. So with every new brawler that gets a damage buff, he's getting a nerf indirectly. That's the only annoying thing, but besides that, he's really fun to play overall. I'm gonna move on though, because this video is gonna be really long. We're not even half done. Daryl, I'm gonna put at D. Even though he's an OG brawler, I still don't really like how they nerfed his, or like reworked his super from like over a year and a half ago, dude. I'm still holding that grudge. His old super was really fun, even though it was kind of useless in showdown and it was super broken in other modes. It was like it was so dumb that it was fun because you roll across the entire map. Like, you have no idea where you're gonna end up unless it's a straight road to where you're gonna end up. Like, if there's any walls in the way, you're going all over the place. And since they removed that, he just felt like Mortis 2. So I don't know, I didn't really like that change very much, and it kind of stuck with me. Next up we have Dynamite. I'm gonna put him with Barley because overall he's not that annoying to fight, but I also don't play him, and when I do play him, he's not very fun for me. I know he's fun for other people who jump a lot, and I try it, and I can do it sometimes, but not really in fights and when it really matters. And that's the only time I get enjoyment out of playing him, besides like one-shotting people. But the fun thing about Dynamite is that if you find a Dynamite player, you can juke them endlessly because it's so hard to hit your shots if somebody's trying to juke you. Like, as Dynamite, somebody's trying to dodge your shots. So it's so stupid when you can dodge a Dynamite for like 30 seconds straight and not even attack him. I do that whenever I'm alone with the Dynamite because it just makes them feel bad. I don't know. Edgar, he would be like S, but now he's gonna be A because I haven't played him in a bit. And the reason why he's at A is because if he jumps on you, you're dead. I don't know why they haven't nerfed him yet. I mean, I said originally I don't really want them to, but it's been a bit, and he jumps on you, he kills you. It's the same thing over and over again. You can't get anywhere near him. He'll jump on you and kill you. That's all it is. And El Primo, or El Primus, he would be way higher, but he's still like the worst character in the game, and that's the only reason why I'm putting him at E. He used to be one of my favorites, but he hasn't gotten any love at all, so he's still completely useless. And I still vouch for the fact that I think they should give him his cone attack back, or at least widen his attack. Like, Edgar's attacks are way easier to hit because they're wide. El Primos are still super thin, and you can dodge them so easily, which makes it so hard to kill anybody as him if they're dodging you correctly. So I don't really like how it's still that bad. They have not buffed him or fixed him at all. He's kind of like buggy in my eyes, so I don't like playing him. And he's also super easy to fight because he can't do anything against you. At least if you know, walk away from him, he cannot do anything. Ems, that's another F. That's one of the few Fs in this video. She is annoying because if you're in the wrong spot for 1 second, you get one-shotted. There's a trend with my least favorite brawlers getting one-shotted. When you misstep for like 1 second or you stop paying attention for half a second, get obliterated, no matter who you're playing as too. And if you don't get obliterated, she gets her super and pops it, then you get killed, because what are you gonna do once you're in a slow field when also taking like over 3,000 damage per shot? So that's why I don't like Ems. Frank is gonna be another C, even though I have some advice of what they could do for him. The one thing that makes me not put him higher is that the only way they're really buffing him is by giving him health, which is definitely not the way to go. I think that if they really want to make him a bit better, then they should maybe like let him slowly walk while attacking. You know how he completely stops when he attacks? What if he could like very slowly walk? That would at least make him feel a bit less clunky, like 90% movement speed reduction. Something just to make him tiptoe while he's walking. I think that would make him feel way less clunky and also make him a little bit better because you can at least move a few inches while attacking. That's my only suggestion. Maybe a little bit more range, but the last time they gave him range, he became broken, so maybe not that. But I highly suggest making him feel less clunky by making him be able to move just a little bit while attacking. Next up is Gail, and this is gonna be a really trendy thing with chromatic brawlers. I don't like many of the chromatics. The only one that I really like right now is Colonel Ruffs. The other ones I never really cared for. Like I never really cared for Colette because she was always really bad. Then she became boring because everyone stopped playing her because she was bad, and then she got buffed, then she became OP, but then her combo became 2 hits you're dead. With Gail, he was always boring for me because his attacks are a straight line, and then his super is a push away, which I like to initiate. I don't like to push people away, so that's like the opposite of my playstyle. And he's also just super annoying to fight because he can slow you, he can push you away over and over again, and yeah, it's not something that I like playing, and it's also not something I like playing against, so that's why he's at F. And Jean, I'm gonna put D or E. He's just sometimes really obnoxious, but sometimes fun to play. I'm gonna put him at D. Like, I used to really not like Jean, but he got nerfed a lot. You know, his damage is worse. But one thing that really gets to me is when he pulls you, you can't do anything until like a second after you get pulled. And so every time he pulls you, he always gets 3 or 4 free hits on you by the time you can hit him once, which I think is the most broken thing in the game. But yeah, that's why Jean is kind of low. If he didn't have that, or if you could react a bit quicker after being pulled, then it would be better, because like I said, you get pulled, and even when you get to him, there's still like a second before you can actually attack him. So I think like as soon as you get pulled to him, you can start attacking. That would make him a lot better, or just a lot more annoying, because I don't like how I'm still stuck there, basically stunned after he pulls me. And this one's pretty obvious. There's a lot of Fs, but I hope I have slightly good reasons for putting them at F. This one's Jackie. It's pretty simple. She's the most boring brawler in the game to play. Her attacks are literal circles. You don't have to aim anything. You push buttons and that's it. That's basically it for Jackie. She's super boring to play and super boring to play against. Jessie is gonna go in S, even though I don't play her the most. When I do, she's pretty fun. Like when you can mess around with the turret with like the healing star power, that's what I usually use. That's what makes her a lot of fun, and going against her isn't always the worst thing, and going against her isn't always that bad. I mean, sometimes when you get slowed by the turret, it can be a little bit irritating, but overall, I don't think she's that annoying in general. So yeah, Leon, that's gonna be another best. And once again, I know I'm saying this a lot, but even though I don't play him the most, when I do, it's super fun, and going against him isn't that annoying. The only time it can be is when he comes up on you from invisibility, but you can still react to that. There's still like a slight chance of you getting out. Unlike BB, where she jumps out of like anywhere, dude. She can run across the whole map to you before you can do anything to her. Smacks you once, you're dead. But with Leon, at least you have options with a lot of characters. So he's not very annoying to go against. He's counterable, and he's fun to play. And Lou is F. I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, or if it's just me and my friend Toon, but we can both really feel that his attacks have like the most janky feeling to them. It feels almost like unfinished to me. Like when I shoot with him over any other character, it feels like there's a delay in the attack. I don't know why. That might be a bug. I don't know if anyone else notices it, but that's what really drives me away from him. And also his insane amount of CC, or crowd control. It's kind of annoying, and he's not fun to fight because his attacks are once again like a straight line, so it's nothing new. But yeah, and Max is going to be S. This might be surprising for a couple people, but if you've seen my max videos, that's when I'm having like some of the most fun in Brawl Stars, dude. Sure, going against her, she can one-shot you sometimes if she's good, but playing as her, you can also one-shot everyone else if you're good, and you can rush through lobbies in like 30 seconds. So that's why I like Max. She's like a rush-down brawler to the extreme. Is she broken? Yes, very, but she's fun. And Mortis is gonna be another best, only for one reason: nostalgia. I still miss his long dash range. I'm never letting that go. I made posts on Reddit about that like years ago, dude. Like as soon as they changed his dash range, I was instantly sad, but he's in best because of nostalgia. That's literally it, dude. Playing as him with his old dash range was like the most fun thing in Brawl Stars history, and I miss it, but he's still in best. I don't play him anymore. I don't mind fighting him, but that was the most fun I've ever had in Brawl Stars, and it's gone forever, which is really sad. Mr. P is another F tier. I have a lot in F tier, but okay. Okay, wait, no, Supercell, please. You know what? No. He's gonna go in E. And the only reason for that is because in my last video, I had a lot of fun playing as him, because you can do a thing where you can spawn 4 porters at once, which I really like. And that's the only reason why he's not an F. Other than that, you know, it's a spawner. Nobody likes fighting spawners. Case done. That's it. Spawners are annoying. That's literally it. Nani, some people might think I might put that in like F, but I'm gonna put it in C. Don't really like Nani, but I don't really hate her. It's a thing where I don't like getting one-shotted, just like BB and M's, but you can avoid it most of the time. But if you're ever up close on Nani, just put your phone down, because you're gonna get obliterated in 1 second. The counter thingy of like why I kind of like Nani is that it's fun, and the super mainly because you can do some troll stuff with it. And that's basically it for Nani. And Nita is gonna be A tier. Big reason is probably OG. I don't play her the most. I mainly play Crow in this game, if you couldn't tell. But in general, having a summon is one of my more favorite things in games. It's not like my favorite, but I really like it. So, you know, Nita has a spawner. Her attacks are pretty neutral. They're pretty fun. I don't know. It's not really annoying to go against her very often until you get stunned by her bear, but that's about it. So, yeah, Nita's at A tier. And then Pam, I'm gonna put her at S. This is a character that was never really annoying. The only time was like years ago when she first came out, when they made her attack kind of, well, super wide. It was way wider than it was right now. And she was complete meta. At one point, she was super broken. You would see her absolutely everywhere. And she had no counter. That was the only time when she was annoying, but now she's really cool. And I think she's in a good state at this point of the game. And overall, I don't know. I think her kit in general is like one of my favorites. Like the spread attack going back and forth, and then the healing turret. It's just a really well-rounded kit, unlike somebody like Lou or Jackie or Gail. I don't think their kits are very good. That's the main reason why those 3 are in F tier. I think that their kits just don't belong in the game. And Penny, I'm gonna put her at B because another summon, you know, it's kind of fun. Though I think Jessie's summon is a lot more fun. Same with Nita's. Penny's is just a mortar. And another reason why she's knocked down a few tiers is because getting hit by the mortar is annoying, specifically in one fashion where you go into a bush but it keeps shooting you. That is the annoying thing, because I go into the bush and I think it's gonna stop shooting me, but it's still shooting me, and I'm always confused when that happens, because I'm like, why is it shooting me? I'm literally hidden and it can see me. So that's why she's at B. She could be lower, she could be higher, because she is kind of fun to play, but that one thing, dude. Piper's gonna be another best. She's always been one of my favorites since she came out, like way back in beta. I'm pretty sure she was like the first like new brawler to come out. Back in beta, she was a lot more fun because her range was like twice as long as it is now. Same with a lot of the other long range characters, but regardless, she still has like the most high skill cap shots in the entire game, and that's one thing that makes her fun. And when you do hit them, it's rewarding because you can almost one-shot people. But if they're good at dodging, then you probably will never hit them. But the thing about that is, if you're better at reading their dodges, then you can hit them anyways, and then you feel good. Another S tier is gonna be Poco Loco Sans. A lot like Pam, he just has a good kit. Like his attack, you know, the cone, sometimes I feel like it has a bit too much range, like the animation ends but I still get hit, but that's fine. He doesn't do like the most damage, but he's like a healer. That's basically what he is, which I like. And yeah, overall he has a really cool kit, and his character design is probably top 3 in the game, I'd say. Rico, I have friends who would put him in F tier so easily, but I'm gonna put him in B. He can be a bit weird to fight against. It can be really janky when he hits you behind 4 walls, but it's fine at the end of the the day. I don't really have the most fun playing as him because I didn't do good in geometry class, but it's fine. He's fun in general, I guess. He's not C tier worthy or anything below that in my eyes, but yeah, moving on. So I know some people like Ray who would put Rosa at F tier, but I'm gonna put her at A just for a few reasons. I know she's like super brainless. You mash auto aim, you mash your super, that's it. But I like her entire grass thing where she heals in the grass, she can place grass, she can poison the grass. I think that's really cool, and I just like how she can mess around with the grass in general. And if she didn't have anything to do with grass, then I would not play her, or I would not like her as much as I do. But I like the entire mess with the whole field of grass thing, so that's why she's at A tier. Sandy, he used to be one of my favorites. I'm gonna put him at C tier now. One and only reason is because he feels like he has too much range, and it feels like he has a little bit too much damage in my eyes. Because I'm playing the game, I'm like light years away from this guy, and he still hits me, and then he also chunks my health bar. If I feel like he should have something near a Poco attack, you know? I don't know why, but that's just how it feels to me, because it looks like Poco's attack, but it chunks you and it has Piper range, basically. That's just how it feels. I don't know. It's probably not even that bad. It's just, I don't expect it ever. Shelley, I'm gonna put her at A? B. Yeah, not A. B, because she's terrible, and the only time she can get kills on you is if she runs up to you and mashes auto aim. I wish she had a bit more diversity in how she can be played, but it's always the same because you can't do anything else besides run up and mash auto aim. So, I mean, I don't know. She was originally supposed to have like a chicken pet as a star power, but that got removed, and that was the one and only thing that could have made her a super unique brawler. They probably removed it because she's supposed to be like super simple, but at the same time, you get star powers at a really late time in the game, so I don't know. I wish she had that. That would be a lot cooler in my opinion. And Spike, easy S tier, easiest S tier in my life besides Crow. Spike is the best cactus in the world. Like, what else can you say? He has like the best kit in the game, or like the most well-rounded kit in the game, in my opinion. Apparently some pro players really disagree with that, but I like it because I'm not a pro player, and I'm a casual, so I think it's really cool. And he's also super cute, you know, like I said, the best cactus in the world. Sprout, I'm gonna put in A tier just for one reason, because he's cute. That's the only reason, dude. Sprout is so annoying to fight. It's almost tick level, but not as close, because you can at least dodge a little bit better. But overall, Sprout is really cute, so that's the only reason, literally the only reason why Sprout is in A tier. Also the grass thing, I like that too. That's about it. Okay, this I'm gonna put at the very bottom of F tier. I don't know what happened, but recently over the past few months, Surge is teleporting onto me and mashing auto aim like got to my head so hard, and it gets to my head every time it happens because it's so sudden, and it's so, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just so annoying how you're chilling and then suddenly somebody teleports onto you in like 2 frames and then obliterates you. I think it needs to be nerfed. I think you should have to channel it where like you press the gadget, you sit there for a second, then you teleport. I think that would make it a lot more balanced and a lot less annoying because at least you can see it coming. Like, I would prefer it if he got removed, if they did not remove his gadget. Like, if they could choose keep his gadget and keep the character or just remove him, I would vote on that so hard to just remove him because that gadget is so broken, especially because it's only on one brawler. If it was on like everyone, then I guess it would be equally as annoying, but since it's only for one brawler, that just makes it even worse because he has the best kit in the entire game when it comes to like that one gadget. It's so broken. I could go on for hours about how broken that is. And Tara is going to be an A tier. Overall, really good kit, really cool design, and that's really all there is to say about it. There's like nothing else. It's just a cool character, and she's also kind of OG. And Tick is going to be the final F tier for obvious reasons. I think almost everyone can agree with this. Tick is just so annoying. Everyone knows it. Everyone knows it. Literally everyone in the entire history of Brawl Stars knows that Tick is annoying. So it's like the easiest F tier I've ever done in my entire life. Anyways, if you enjoyed this, then hit the like button. And if you're new to my channel and you somehow made it to the end of this boring video, then subscribe. Again, new gaming video coming out in like 2 days instead of 3 days because this video is really lame compared to everything else I upload. But I wanted to make it because I wanted to share my opinion on every brawler in the game. Anyways, though, with that being said, I'll see you later and have a good night, guys.